Fire it up, let the good times roll. Pass it around with feet in the soul. Every draw brings the calm we seek. A little love in every puff we speak. The flames alive, we blaze all day. In the cove we laugh this way. From the first spark to the setting light, we keep it rolling, burning bright. Burn it down, lift it high, feel the vibe. Feel the vibe, feel the vibe. In the cove where the good times thrive. Thrive and stay alive. From sunrise sessions to midnight's glow. Glow, glow, let it flow. Burn it bright in every way. Stay lifted every day. Coconut skies and sandy toes. The rhythm flows where the ganja grows. Light it up under sky so blue. One love, one spark with the whole crew. The breeze is sweet, the music's tight. Blaze it up and feel the night. Together we stand with love in hand, burning bright across the land. Burn it down, lift it high, feel the vibe. Feel the vibe, feel the vibe. In the cove where the good times thrive. Thrive and stay alive. From sunrise sessions to midnight's glow. Glow, glow, let it flow. Burn it bright in every way. Stay lifted every day. Burn it down, lift it high, feel the vibe. Feel the vibe, feel the vibe. In the cove where the good times thrive. Stay alive. From sunrise sessions to midnight's glow. Glow, glow, let it flow. Burn it bright in every way. Stay lifted every day. Coconut skies and sandy toes. The rhythm flows where the ganja grows. Light it up under sky so blue. One love, one spark with the whole crew. The breeze is sweet, the music's tight. Blaze it up and feel the night. Together we stand with love in hand, burning bright across the land. Burn it down, lift it high, feel the vibe. Feel the vibe, feel the vibe. In the cove where the good times thrive. Thrive and stay alive. From sunrise sessions to midnight's glow. Glow, glow, let it flow. Burn it bright in every way. Stay lifted every day. Oh yeah, let it blaze, let it burn. Roll it tight, feel the groove and turn. Peace you're bound to find. One spark, one heart, one love. The morning's here with skies so clear. A new beginning, no room for fear. Coffee steams and the breeze rolls in. In this space, let our joy begin. Cannabis flows like a sweet refrain, easing our hearts, soothing our strain. We rise together, no soul alone. In the cove where peace has grown. Lifted by the light, we rise and shine. Shine up, shine bright. A brand new day where love's divine. Friends at your side, right here by your side. We walk this path with joy as our guide. Oh joy, let it ride. The cove's a home where kindness lives, a place where every heart forgives. The brass calls out like a morning breeze. Harmonies drift through the swaying trees. Cannabis lifts us smooth as the sea, setting us free, just you and me. With every sip, with every laugh, we find our way on this morning's path. Lifted by the light, we rise and shine. Shine up, shine bright. A brand new day where love's divine. Ooh, love's divine. let's share this load. Light our way on this morning's road. Together we rise, hearts open wide. Won't you let it ride? Peace and love with the sun as our guide. Peace and sunlight, lifted by the light we rise and shine. Shine on, shine bright. A brand new day where love's divine. Ooh, love's divine. Coffee and peace with friends at your side. Right here by your side. We walk this path with joy as our guide. Oh joy, let it rise. So gather around, let the spirit glow. Glow, let it glow. Together we rise, together we grow.
The sun breaks through, it's a brand new day. Cove TV's here to brighten your way. Coffee brews, the rhythm feels right. Spark your morning, let's take flight. Feel the buzz, let the energy ignite. We're your crew, bringing morning delight. So grab your cup and let it flow. Cove TV morning, let's start the show. Coming up next is the show you know. Cove TV morning where good vibes grow. Hit that like, don't forget to share. Wake the world, let's go anywhere. Dawn's first light to the mellow groove. We're here together, finding our move. Conversations flow, hearts align. Cove TV morning where moments shine. Whether you're near or miles away, we're the start of a beautiful day. Roll it up, sip it slow. Cove TV morning, let's start the show. Your head, let the good vibes rain. Cove TV's magic, ease in the strain. Every laugh, every note we play reminds us all it's a brand new day. Coming up next is the show you know. Cove TV morning where good vibes grow. Hit that like, don't forget to share. Wake the world, let's go anywhere. Good vibes rain. Cove TV's magic, ease in the strain. Every laugh, every note we play.
Push the goddamn button! Push the goddamn button!
Good Monday morning, everybody. What up, Man-Bear?
Oh, man, you know me, man. I'm chilling like a villain laying low. This balmy 14 degrees Fahrenheit.
Do you even want to know? Do you even want me to tell?
No, but you're gonna.
Let me refresh it just to make sure it's right. Yeah, we're at negative 24. It's a chilly one out there, folks. Make sure you're bundling up and stuff. Cheers.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great start to our marvelous Monday.
Our marvelous magical Monday.
There we go. It's definitely what he said. Words ordered different.
Good morning, my most beautiful Amber. How are you, dear? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning.
Good morning, Crystal. Happy Monday.
Good morning, Deb. It's a big-ass, massive congratulations, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning.
Good morning, Ma. How you doing?
Good morning, Vicki. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, DJ Ashley Stevens. What's going on this Monday?
Good morning, Brad. How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Do you want to drop that word only if you're still rocking with us for Getting Stoned Words? I hope you're having a wonderful morning, man.
What's up, Christina? How you doing this morning?
Good morning, CJ. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful morning.
Good morning, Mindy Jade. How are you doing on this fine, marvelous Monday?
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes it's necessary, Mindy. No worries at all. Hey, what up, Brad? Do you want to drop just the word only? So, like, Amber did Getting, Crystal did Stoned, Deb did again. Do you want to drop just the word only? And let's morning wake and bake, everybody.
The morning's here, the horizon glows. With every comment, a connection grows. Coffee steam rises, a comforting sight. Your smiles, your vibes make the day feel right. The Cove awakens, together we shine. Each of you here is a blessing divine. Cannabis sparks and the laughter flows. In this sunrise moment, the magic shows. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Through every dawn, we've built this bond. A family of light, stretching far and beyond. Rolling the herb, sharing the brew. Moments like this feel sacred with you. The rhythm of life, gentle and kind, echoes in hearts with peace intertwined. Together we stand as the morning breaks. A sunrise with you is all it takes. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Every smile you share, every story told, a treasure we hold, more precious than gold. You lift the light, you brighten the way, the Cove feels alive with you every day. Oh, I wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you.
Good morning. Hey, how are you, dear? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. Right, it's super great. I found a whole new lineup of sunrises for us. So it goes pretty far back. So I mean, like, we get pretty dark in this bitch. Oh. I'm just kidding. Good morning, Erica. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Dennis Doobie's a killer this morning. All right, I'll save you for later. Whew. Damn, son. Whew, I'm good. We're good.
Yeah, that's some good dabs. What has everybody got going on for their Monday? It is Monday. It's not Tuesday yet.
I'm pretty sure we got Magic's Magical Movie Monday review show tonight, which I'm pretty damn pumped for. The only secret I'm going to give out about my movies is I'm not picking old movies.
Ooh.
I'm picking pretty current ones, and there's a good reason behind that. I'm picking currenter movies because I want you to be able to watch them. So I'm actually going to pick stuff that I know is on platforms right now.
Very nice.
And I thought-
Our morning update for Monday, January 20th, 20-something or another. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Great morning show yesterday, and then I had to work, so I wasn't able to be up on any of the other shows. But it was a good day at work. I had a good day. We'll have our This Day in History coming up. We've got a morning speaker this morning. We've got some Stoner Roulette this afternoon where Dab Time has the trophy. So come out, drop that Cove-TV, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and see if it will be you that gets the trophy from Dab Time. As long as somebody gets the fucking trophy from Dab Time. 4 minutes out, everybody. And then we'll play some Real Word, Fake Word. And then, yes, Magic's Mad Movie Monday tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Come out and check out some dope-ass movie reviews reviewed by some even dope-ass or doper-ass movie reviewers. I, as always, don't know who won the Year Away. But if anybody knows who won the Year Away, please let me know. Absolutely. I was weird. It was super odd. I was pretty much off of my phone all day yesterday. But it was cool being back in the kitchen and being able to do some prep work and some saute. And it was nice. They were like, dang, we can definitely tell you worked in kitchens. And I was like, yeah, a little bit. I worked in a couple of kitchens here or there. What has everybody else got going on for their morning day? Something or another? Nothing too crazy. I gotta finish up some lyrics I've been working on, and
Nice.
it's super cold here, so nothing too crazy outside.
Your fire roaring?
Oh yeah, it's trying. I mean, it's fine in here, but it's trying. It's definitely.
How's Morgan passed out?
Yeah, she's good. She was very unsure yesterday with me being gone all day, so then we hung out a lot last night and played and wrestled around, and
That's cool.
she goes outside. She wants to play ball, and then she gets cold, so we got to come back inside. Good morning, Fabi. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. 2 minutes out. Make sure you are grinding up, loading up, rolling up, packing up, heating up, warming up, copying up. Hey, that was a good one. It hasn't been that good in a while.
Hey, that was good, man. And I need the coffee up here in a minute because I've been drinking it like it's water this morning.
Right.
So I was in the comments of Cody Koff's live earlier, and he was talking about my shack. He's like, man, dude built a whole coat room to go and chill and smoking on his deck. And I was like, that's perfect. It is like a little coat room, man. I was like, fucking awesome. Like, yeah, man. Oh, you're 1 minute out.
Because now the first final countdown, Amber says. Yeah, I know it's gonna be a pretty good day. I've been doing pretty good about sharing Cove today's TV schedule post type of a deal. I don't know, I usually try to put that out about 7 a.m. Eastern time every morning. Sometimes it's before, sometimes it's after. But every morning you'll be able to pop on and see that post and see what is actually going on the Cove that day. So then it's basically just the morning update, but in text form. And I think it helps. I don't know if it helps. I don't.
It does. It helps for anybody new coming in that doesn't know what we have going on, and anybody who smokes as much as Man-Bear and forgets what we have going on. Because I do.
It was it's good. I think that I think it'll be a good idea.
Well, then people know what's going on, what days, and what to expect. Oh, happy 420.
Happy 420, everybody.
Smoke weed every day.
Cheers, 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 everybody. I hope everybody's off to a wonderful start to their morning. So did anybody catch the end of the Bills-Ravens game last night?
Did not. What
Holy
happened?
shit. So, like, the Ravens tried so hard, but they played kind of like garbagey. They had some really good moments, but they were down. They brought it back to within 2 points. So, like, there was, like, fucking a minute and 23 left. I could be wrong. So they drove down, scored the touchdown, needed a 2-point to tie it, to take it to overtime. Wide open pass to the tight end, and it was snowing like a motherfucker, and he went and he made it into the end zone in the pylon and dropped the ball. Incomplete pass, game.
Yeah.
It was intense. I don't mind the Bills, but man, I would really like to see some other teams besides the Chiefs or the Bills in the AFC Championship.
I was just gonna say, did they have the Chiefs refs or the regular refs?
So I'm really shooting for a Redskins. Nope, that's not right. Commanders. My bad. Commanders.
No.
Bills. Super Bowl.
It's not. There's a whole thing about that. It's
anyway, yeah, Washington. I'll say a Washington Buffalo Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty good game last night. Hey, good morning, Man Draper. How are you doing, man? I hope you're having a wonderful day. How was snowmobiling, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy cold everywhere in the world, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting it mild, really, if you think about it.
You're off work for the day and still get paid for 60% of the day. That's a lot better than getting paid none of the percentage of the day.
That's for true.
Happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody. Anybody? Oliver, everybody?
That's a good day.
Yeah, it's Martin Luther King
Day. Day. Yeah. I don't think I've ever met anybody who's like, who's Martin Luther King? I'm like, all right, I got to walk away now. If I did meet somebody, who's Martin Luther King? I'd be like, all right, I'm going to turn around and walk away from you now. It's like, we're at your house. It's like, I don't care.
Good morning, Bill. I was wondering where you were, brother. Honestly, I was like, we haven't seen Bill in the chat or in the comments. Jeez, Morgan, she is awake now.
Ball is life.
Yeah, we're already playing fetch this morning. Morgan. I hope you feel better, Bill. I'm so sorry, man. I hope you have a wonderful day. Get some rest. Well, it'd be like, I don't know, are you like sick or just like, I get those days.
Yeah. Yesterday was my R&R day. So I went to bed yesterday at like 5:30 p.m. and I got up this morning. I got to do it on Sundays, man. It's the only day I kind of get to do that. So I missed the Yerp away, which I shouldn't have missed, but that's okay. I heard it was a good time.
Your boy is always a good time. I missed the Nanigans. That was weird.
Yeah, it was weird not seeing you, bro. I gotta say, like, it was awesome, but like, not seeing you. I mean, it was. Your dad is always awesome. You know what I mean? It's that much more better when Beanz is there. Sorry, man. I'm fucking stoned. It's because I brought out the big boy. Brought out the big boy today. Yeah, I think we're so good to not use it.
Hey, my vape unclogged. No step time.
Oh, okay. Here he goes. Do you know what's good when we immediately go for the mute button? If we start talking after it, it was okay. But if we hit that mute button within the first 20 seconds or something, it's like, look out.
Let's get.
No.
I got a little one. I'll take it. But dang, 9 inches of snowball? That's ridiculous.
Small dabs matter. Small dabs matter. They do.
Yeah, it's crazy. No way, you did a flip? That's dope, dude. Fucking, that's crazy. That shit's dope. Those things are fucking, that's a lot of weight to flip around. Absolutely.
Momentum, 100%. I've watched a lot of guys do that stuff. It's crazy. So back in the day when I was down in the coast, nobody had done a backflip on a sled yet. Now, this is not that long ago. Well, it is. I mean, it's 20-something years ago, but nobody had actually physically filmed a backflip on a snowmobile, right? And as soon as my buddy was setting up to do it, Snowmobile Magazine had first backflip filmed, and we were looking at it like, are you kidding me? Because he had a house that he was going to do it off of a cabin and land on the other side because it was just perfect, right? And he's already been jumping it. And then, the magazine came out, and he's like, man, I had it. And he's like, he gave up, but yeah.
Bluntman, what state? Where are you from? If you don't mind me asking, where did you go snowmobiling? Were you up in the Powder Mountains and shit? That's the best. Like, we don't have that shit around here. If you're riding snowmobile around here, you're riding ditches, which is whatever. But I mean, like, if I'm gonna ride snowmobile, I want to go up in the mountains and like I want to fucking ride through some powder. Because like Kay, or like Crystal said, glad you landed it. Well, had someone on the back for weight. What?
Yeah.
A 2-person backflip?
Okay, that should have been filmed, my friend.
That's
like I was just
crazy.
talking about, man. You know what's really funny, man? I live up in the mountains now, but some of my best ski hill experiences is actually down in Vancouver and the coast. North Van's got
I've never
Grouse
been
Mountain.
skiing. It
Pardon?
scares me. Skiing.
Pardon?
Skiing scares me. I used to snowboard like a motherfucker, but I can't. Skiing scares me.
See, I started with skiing. That's funny you say that. I started as a young child skiing, and I saw people start. I saw the evolution of snowboarding, right? Because I was, an 80s baby. So, watching people go from skiing to snowboarding, so many skiers went to snowboarding because of like how it was, and they were skateboarders that wanted to, you know what I mean? They were athletes, right? And going from the street to the snow, skateboarding and snowboarding, they do go hand in hand, but they are different. I like want to say that. But yeah, I love the coast, man. There's like 5 or 6 mountains down there, and Grouse Mountain. Just go look up Grouse Mountain. It's a beautiful. In the summer, it's a hiking mountain too, so you can like still use the mountain.
From Ohio. I knew that. I don't know why I forgot that. At Pennsylvania, Michigan. That's dope, bro. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. Glad you're safe. Yeah. Everything like that, man. All right, let's play a song and jump into our This Day in History.
I gotta grab coffee, or I'm gonna cough all morning long.
You're good. Let's go with this one. Cheers, everybody.
Wake up slow, let the morning shine. The Cove calls us, it's a peaceful sign. Coffee brewing, bowls packed tight. Gathering with ganja, everything feels right. Feet in the sand, hearts open wide. We're all connected, no need to hide. With every toke, the worries fade. Sunday mornings where love's displayed. Gather us with ganja, let the spirit flow. Feel the warmth from the highs we know. Together we rise with its slow exhale. In the Cove, good vibes prevail. Gather us with ganja, let joy abide. Peace and unity side by side. Breathe in deep, let your soul ignite. Together we shine in the morning light.
Wake up slow, let the morning shine. The Cove calls us, it's a peaceful sign. Coffee brewing, bowls packed tight. Gathering with ganja, everything feels right. Feet in the sand, hearts open wide. We're all connected, no need to hide. With every toke, the worries fade. Sunday mornings where love's displayed. Gather us with ganja, let the spirit flow. Feel the warmth from the highs we know. Together we rise with each slow exhale. In the Cove, good vibes prevail. Gather us with ganja, let joy abide. Peace and unity side by side. Breathe in deep, let your soul ignite. Together we shine in the morning light. Vibes prevail.
Morgan! Do you know you're muted? Okay, just making sure. Oh, I didn't turn my camera on. That was weird. I thought I did. Hey, Morgan! What's up, Morgan? Good morning, Morgan! How's that ball treating you?
Kuyakasha Magic, good morning, man. I was working yesterday. I started a new job, and I'm cooking now on Sundays.
Which is dope. And awesome. Yeah, I'm hoping to get some work in for the moving company that hired me here soon. So it's kind of on-call part-time, but better than nothing, I guess. You're not getting that thing, man. No way. Morgan's like, stop. Just stop trying.
Oh.
Nope.
Nope, she got better grip on it.
Yeah. Morgan.
This is
Oh my God.
This is Morgan. This is the Cove's mascot, basically.
Mascot.
Oh, a big beer.
He's like, I'll bite you now.
It's so funny. Like if we wrestle, she'll go get her ball, because then she'll squeeze and bite her ball, so then she doesn't sit and want to like have to feel like she bites me or whatever. I mean, she has a great play bite. We wrestle all the time, but she'll sit and squeeze the ball, and then we'll wrestle and go rah, 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 like that. Huh?
Nice color on the sunrise there, buddy.
It's crazy. So I guess this one comes from the time sense of the first place on Earth that sees the sun every morning, which is just off the coast of New Zealand.
Nice.
Everybody loves Morgan. Huh. You good girl. Oh yeah, this day in history. I need this on. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Shh. Oh, weird. I didn't mean to hit enter. That's great. All right, let's try that again. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ma. Okay. Let's try this again without hitting enter. I was like, who just commented this? Oh, that was me. January 20th. All right, Draper. You're going to miss this day in history, though, bro. All right. The one, the only Vicki Bowers. Everybody, here we go.
Hi there. Today we've got a word, a series of related events, a luminary, and a song. I hope you enjoy. Let's have a look. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for January 20th. January 20th is the 20th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 345 days remaining to the end of the year, 346 in leap years. The other day, we talked about St. Anthony the Great, who chose to live an ascetic lifestyle and is considered the father of monasticism. So today, let's explore the word ascetic. Ascetic can be a noun or an adjective. As a noun, an ascetic is someone who practices severe self-discipline and avoids all forms of indulgence, often for religious or spiritual reasons. For example, the desert has long been the abode of ascetics, or something of an ascetic. Bob's apartment was sparsely furnished, one wooden bench at a plain table, a meager pallet of blankets on the floor for sleeping, no art on the walls or any colorful magazines or books for entertainment, and no electronic gadgets. That sounds like an ascetic to me. As an adjective, the word ascetic can describe a lifestyle that is plain, simple, and without luxury. For example, the monk lived an ascetic life, devoting himself to prayer and reflection in a small, bare monastery. Or the artist's studio, furnished with only a chair and an easel, reflected his ascetic dedication to his craft. Or Her diet was so strict and minimal that it bordered on ascetic. The word ascetic comes to us from Greek, where I believe it still means practicing strict self-discipline. It meant monk or hermit before, and before that it meant skilled worker, one who practices an art or trade. In ancient times, it referred to the rigorous training of athletes before it evolved to describe spiritual discipline. Looks like we begin to see the word ascetic in the mid-1600s. Ascetic. The word ascetic was requested by YouTube viewer at Jeannie Arnold 6726. Thanks, Jeannie. And if you have a word you'd like to see in this Word of the Day segment, drop it in the comments. We'll have a look at it. And with that, the United States Constitution moved the beginning and ending of the terms of President and Vice President from March 4th to January 20th, and members of Congress from March 4th to January 3rd. The 20th Amendment also has provisions that determine what is to be done when there is no president-elect. The 20th Amendment was adopted on January 23, 1933. That said, on January 20th, 1937, Franklin D. Roosevelt and John Nance Garner were sworn in for their second terms as U.S. President and U.S. Vice President. The first time a presidential inauguration took place on January 20th since the 20th Amendment changed the dates of presidential terms. Dwight D. Eisenhower was inaugurated as the 34th President of the United States of America on January 20th, 1953, becoming the first president to begin his presidency on January 20th since the 20th Amendment changed the dates of presidential terms. John F. Kennedy was inaugurated as the 35th President of the United States on January 20th, 1961, becoming the youngest man to be elected into that office and the first Roman Catholic. On January 20th, 1981, 20 minutes after Ronald Reagan was inaugurated as the 40th President of the United States, Iran released 52 American hostages they'd been holding for 444 days. Barack Obama was inaugurated on January 20th, 2009 as the 44th President of the United States of America, becoming the first African American President of the United States. Donald Trump was inaugurated as the 45th President of the United States of America on January 20th, 2017. On January 20th, 2021, Joe Biden was inaugurated as the 46th President of the United States of America at the age of 78, becoming the oldest person ever inaugurated, with Kamala Harris as the first female Vice President of the United States. And here we are on January 20th, 2025, Inauguration Day. By the way, I believe President-elect Donald Trump is 78 by now as well. Etta James, born James Etta Hawkins on January 25th, 1938 in Los Angeles, California, was a versatile American singer whose career spanned over 5 decades. She began singing gospel at a young age and transitioned to secular music in her teens. In 1955, at the tender age of 17, she co-wrote and recorded a song called The Wallflower, which topped the R&B charts. Her dynamic voice allowed her to cross genre effortlessly, leading to hits like At Last, Tell Mama, and I'd Rather Go Blind. Despite personal struggles, including battles with addiction, James's resilience led to a successful comeback in the late 1980s. She's earned 6 Grammy Awards and 17 Blues Music Awards and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1993. Etta James passed away on January 20th, 2012, leaving an indelible mark on the music world. Etta James. When I saw Etta James' name on the list for January 20th, her song At Last began playing in my mind. At Last was written by Matt Gordon and Harry Warren for a musical called Sun Valley Serenade in 1941. And although it was initially performed by Glenn Miller and his orchestra, it was Etta James' 1960 rendition that became iconic. It's included as the title track on her debut album, At Last, and her soulful interpretation, arranged by Riley Hampton, introduced the song to a broader audience and solidified its place in music history. At Last by Etta James achieved significant success, reaching number 2 on the Billboard R&B chart and crossing over to pop radio, where it made it into the Billboard Hot 100 in April of 1961. Despite its modest pop chart position, the song has endured as a classic, frequently played at weddings and featured in various films and television shows. In recognition of its cultural significance, Etta James at Last was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1999 and the Library of Congress National Recording Registry in 2009. Beautiful song, At Last by Etta James. Gives me goosebumps. Link in the description. Well, thanks for joining me for today's episode. I hope your day is peaceful and productive. Sometimes as I close these episodes out, I say, stay curious. And whenever I do, I think of this illustration by the artist Mary Engelbright with a quote by Ellen Parr. The cure for boredom is curiosity. There is no cure for curiosity. May it ever be thus. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. And remember, history is happening every day. Take care, and I'll see you soon. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page. It's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
Sorry, I try to get as many in as I can before it ends.
That song, oh, she's right. It gives you goosebumps. That At Last by Etta James is actually
such a it's just first notes, bro, for real. If you are not, please make sure you are following the one, the only, the Vicki Bowers on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute. Make sure you're checking out her blog page called No Really. We super duper appreciate the Day in History every day, and I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Yeah.
I mean, I know I love music, I love movies, but that song's got to be on my at least top 50 of all time songs when you're talking about like any genre, because I like rap, punk, rock. You know, I'm not huge on country, but you know what I mean? Like that song's definitely in the top 50, definitely, because it's got that soul that, you know, for that genre, it's probably in the top 3 for like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what a song, man. What a song.
What do you got going on today, Man-Bear?
Not much, man. It's been a really good day. You know, kid had the 18th birthday. We're still finishing off some ice cream cake, a little bit of laundry. I'm going to contact my boss, see what he's got going on. He's the guy who got stabbed in the eye by the feather pillow. So he couldn't work for, yeah. And he's like, I was like, so you going to buy any more feather pillows? He's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, that probably not.
And I'm pretty chill. Pretty chill Monday. Marvelous Monday, but chill.
Magnificent mother trucking Monday.
Ooh, I like it. Yeah, looking forward to. Please, does Dab Time have?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Like, it's turning into an epidemic of Dab Time winning.
Dab Time endemic.
Dab Time. I like it. Dab Time endemic.
Dab Time endemic. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll play a song and see where we're at with our morning. Let's go with... So cheers, everybody.
Strike the flame, let the ember ignite. A spark of truth in the heart of the night. Rolling waves meet the sky so wide. In the
light. Pass it around, let the moment stay. The cove's a beacon, lighting the way. Every puff, a connection is born. Through the smoke, we weather the storm. The ritual's here, a bond so tight, rolling together under soft starlight. The fire burns, it warms our soul. In the cove we all feel whole. Light the way, let the spark take flight. Take flight. Through the haze, we shine so bright. Cannabis skies, where hearts align. Hearts align. Light the way, it's our time to unwind. Pack it tight, watch the magic glow. A ritual, only the cove will know. From bongs to blunts, it's all the same. The spark unites us, it's not a game. Sip your coffee, feel the rise. The morning haze meets golden skies. Cannabis clouds float high above. The cove is a haven of light and love. Hand to hand, the circle flows. A place where only good vibes grow. Feel the rhythm, let it stay. Together in the cove, we light the way. Light the way, let the spark take flight. Take flight. Through the haze, we shine so bright. Cannabis skies, where hearts align. Hearts align. Light the way, it's our time to unwind. The way, let the spark take flight. Take flight. Through the haze, we shine so bright. Cannabis skies, where hearts align. Light the way, it's our time to
Yeah.
Giggity. Giggity, giggity Monday. Yep. Coffee's good today. How's your coffee today? I got good coffee today.
Delicious as always.
Is it Folgers? You got the Folgers?
Always. Always, always.
Man,
I will
see,
drink
you know
our
what
coffee.
we gonna start fighting because I'm a Maxwell House guy.
I know,
man.
and I don't understand how, because Maxwell House is like, it's just garbage.
Okay,
coffee.
okay. Maxwell House dark. I gotta go with that. Medium, okay, and the breakfast, that's for like vacation coffee. And even then, I make the breakfast stuff super strong because it's got good flavor.
But do you put anything in your coffee?
Yeah, sugar and milk. I can
That's
drink
why,
it black.
and that's what if you drank
Yeah.
Folgers, you would be able to drink it. Like you just be able to pour a cup and drink it because it's so good.
Oh, I can drink any coffee black. It just I find that
I'm
there's a lot of shit wrong with me. So if I don't do it my way, I'm like,
Oh,
Fabi,
Fabi, no.
What? No.
She
what?
said Maxwell House dark too.
There you go.
Oh, no wonder.
Okay, I'm telling you, the difference between Maxwell House regular classic and the dark though is like night and day. And I'm not trying to say that as a
There we go,
pun.
Mindy. Folgers Colombian.
See, we just started a coffee war, didn't we? Oh, you got the
all right. Everybody who likes
strong.
Maxwell House, go on that side, and everybody who likes Folgers, go on that side, and then we're just gonna yell explicit, terrible slurs at each other.
All right, hey, I think you just came up with a new game.
All right, I'll go first.
Coffee
Man-Bear,
war.
your coffee's so bad that it. No, I'm just kidding.
Your coffee's so bad, I'd rather drink tea.
Oh, your coffee's so bad, I'd rather drink pee.
Oh, your coffee's so bad, I'd rather mix it with hot chocolate and make a mocha.
Oh, I'm just kidding. That's fucking great. You said tea. It rhymed. I went with it.
No matter how much sugar you put in your coffee, it always be bitter. What?
Ooh. Bitter like when you lose in turf wars? Oh!
Oh, see, he had no more coffee jokes, though. See, he went right to this week. Yeah, I see what's up. He's all manifesting into the future.
That's fucking great.
Mr. 16. Is Mr. 16 property?
You drink your coffee just plain straight black? That's still, I don't know. I think that, I don't mind sugar. I can't do cream. I cannot do the dairy products in the coffee, but I'll do some sugar if I have to.
So the reason why I do the creamer is actually because I started when I was 13 and started drinking coffee. There was half and half. We started with half and half. My grandma, she's a half and half, a little bit of sugar. I really like super sugary coffee in my younger days, and now a teaspoon or two. If I get to the 3 teaspoons, it's too much. You know what I mean? Like I really try to cut out as much sugar as I can. It's hard. I love sugars.
I don't use like I don't know. My coffee scoop is just like a normal measuring cup. So I can tell you like how much
exactly.
Yeah, exactly how much coffee I use every day per 12 cups of water. Sometimes it's a little more, sometimes a little less, but
I speak Keurig, so in Keurig sizes, I'm a full pod, but the refillable ones. But I fill it till when you shut the lid, coffee pops out the
full pod.
The receiver port. So hard to say that with
really bad, bro.
I was gonna say the drip hole, but that sounded worse.
I feel really bad for calling you a full pod. That sounds like I feel really bad about that inside.
We're half potted.
It's fucking great. 8 o'clock coffee. No, I'm a SCJ. I've never heard of that. Mine says 8 o'clock espresso.
Ooh, you know what? Okay, you know what's really crazy?
That's a Minnesota thing. I don't know if there's a lot of other people that know what Caribou coffee is.
So my boss is taking coffee orders one day, Beans, and everyone's making their orders. And the one guy's like, "Oh, I'll take a. Yo, we're going to Timmy's, right?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'll take a double with 3 shots of espresso." I was like, "You all right, man?" He's like, "What?" I was like, 3 shots in 1 coffee." He's like, "Yeah, why? I do it all the time." I was like, "You don't sleep much, do you?" He's like, No, I know." In 1 shot, in 1 drink.
I'm just like super simple. Like, just give me a cup of coffee. Like, it doesn't have to be special or anything like that. I do like all the fancy drinks and stuff like that, but
I will admit, I'm gonna admit something here. Secret time. I do like regular Walmart coffee. I'm sorry. I know, I do. I'm sorry, but it's cheap, man.
I'll never forget
so much cheaper.
The Clover Valley coffee deal. Like I remember Marissa was bitching because she got coffee from Dollar General. It was so bad, and so then like I typed up a well-versed email that she sent to them talking about how terrible their coffee is. And they sent her coupons for more coffee.
Oh no. So you can get this stuff called half lib or like organic coffee, and it has like a fruit taste to it. Like I tried to drink it, and it was again from the dollar store, I think, instant coffee, and it literally tasted like peach coffee. And I was like, nope, sorry. There's some things I just don't mesh.
Roach used to get the Bones coffee all the time. That shit was really good. He'd be like, like the maple bacon flavor was my favorite because I would mix it with like half and half with the Folgers. So it was just a very subtle maple bacon flavoring, and it was delicious. He had a blueberry one that was really good. I don't like banana, but he loved the banana.
Nah, I can't do banana unless
he loves. Roach has always loved bananas and stuff like that. Though banana flavored stuff and stuff like that. I can't do.
Bananas, yes. Banana flavoring. I hate artificial banana. I never was into banana splits or anything like that. Everyone's always getting banana splits. I don't like bananas in desserts. I don't think bananas belong in desserts. And everyone's
what's the shit? The bananas are going extinct. Is that? I remember we were talking about that one day. Is that a real fucking thing, or are you guys
Absolutely.
fucking? I think Tim had said it one day.
Think about the way the world's going, man. Most things are going extinct if you think about it, man. Like, not trying to be a downer, but like, just say it, man. Just like my controversial conversation about I do not believe Canada should have legalized marijuana, and there's very good reasoning behind that.
Okay, so all I'm finding is like
there's also different kinds of bananas. There's also plantains and other things.
I don't know. I just don't know how good I feel doing like a Vice deal or something like that. That's something that might just gonna get us stinged right away.
Vice has been around since the internet.
All right, here we go. This is a 29-second clip.
Oh, you found
Scientists
one.
are now warning about the Cavendish banana. That's the kind that we most commonly find at the supermarket and accounts for nearly half of all the bananas people eat. Well, there's a fungal infection known as Panama disease tropical race 4. Basically, it's a disease that's wiping off this fruit. It's spreading to some of the world's largest banana producing countries, and scientists say they have at least 10 years to come up with a solution before the effects become extreme.
That's crazy.
I mean, there are other things that have I watch sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Bananas.
The
Oh,
shit is
man.
bananas.
Oh, I was trying to say
Bluntman.
potassium.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, just potassium is you get a lot of potassium from bananas. So what I was going to say is, what if they don't cure what's going on with bananas, you're going to have to find another source. Because like my family alone, we actually do consume a lot of bananas because of potassium deficiency, I guess you could say, or just the need for more potassium. I don't know, but that would suck. Just saying.
Bluntman, we did This Day in History. We played a song. We were arguing over coffee. We got on the topic of bananas, and bananas are going extinct.
Yeah.
Bananas are still illegal. I'm just fucking with you, Kay. I know that.
Can you freeze bananas? I mean, I've froze bananas once they go, like when they're starting to go bad, and then you use them for banana bread. But can you freeze fresh bananas? I know this sounds like a stupid question.
Hey, no, that is a good question. Can you? Well, because you can freeze like
the ones that are going bad and stuff.
Well, you can freeze like other fruits. Why couldn't you freeze fucking bananas, bro?
I don't know. I have a problem with frozen food that you bought when it wasn't frozen and then you freeze it and then to thaw it. I don't know why. It's just my brain going, something changes. Like we have frozen apple slices.
It's like, I mean, industry standard nowadays is to try to have that whole fresh deal. Is they'll make shit and freeze it and then reheat it because it's freshly made. It's not, or it's homemade.
Right.
But I don't know.
I tried to do something with the apples as if it was just like a fresh apple, you know, and it was
Mindy
frozen.
Says yes, you can. I think she's talking about the banana deal.
Okay.
She's talking about bananas being illegal in South Carolina. I don't know. Okay. That's a weird thing. I'm just fucking with you. I'm so sorry.
Illegal bananas? Were people getting like robbed, like at Banana Point?
That reminds me of the How I Met Your Mother episode where he talks about getting robbed in a zoo by the banana.
Oh my God, yeah.
Or by the monkey with the banana.
Dude, remember the one where he asked the chick to marry him and it was in the airport and it was the whole TSA thing and freaking they kept like, hey, what's in the suitcase? Dude, the one officer was the dad from this is gonna kill me. Young Sheldon.
Okay. Fridge bananas in the fridge. That sounds like super not good conditions for a banana.
It changes I don't do bananas in the fridge. It's I find they almost go bad faster. I don't know. And you know how things ripen, right? You know how things naturally ripen. Like you put it on the counter, things naturally ripen. So for me, what I've noticed is if you put stuff in the fridge and then you take it back out, it messes up the ripening process. You know what I mean? So you either have to do it when it's like fully ripe, or because if I put green bananas in the fridge and then I took them out and they weren't like as good as I thought they were going to be. I don't know. Maybe it's the whole bananas going extinct thing. The same thing as I used to love ketchup as a kid, and now I have a really hard time eating ketchup. I find that it actually gives me really bad heartburn and kind of makes me feel sick.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like the smell of bananas really gives me a fucking weird, I don't know. But I was also super hungover when somebody was making banana bread, and I was coming down really hard. And yeah, the smell. I smelled the banana, and it hit me, and I was over, bro.
Oh. Melted chocolate. Ooh, okay. So see, now we're going to something like, yes, thank you. And then Mindy Jane going back to when a lot of people like their consumption of cannabis a little bit better when it was illegal because not everybody was growing it. Like, I think it's great. I love that they legalized it. I think it's so great for all those people who couldn't smoke because of their job or whatever, right? But man,
hey, good morning, James. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day.
For all us also just still in the black market, it's kind of dinged us a bit for a few years there. I mean, we didn't have a problem with it. That's the thing is everyone thought it was a problem. It wasn't a problem. I mean, most cops understood it was less than a misdemeanor for having weed on you or something, you know? I mean, anybody driving dangerously on something or not on something, you're still going to get shit from the cops. If you're driving dangerously and you're sober, you still can get your car pulled and stuff. You don't have to be intoxicated or, you know what I mean? Like, So ridiculous. And they can't test how much weed you smoke. Someone said, oh, they can test how much weed you smoke. No, they can't. They can test how much weed you smoke. How the hell would they do that? A hair follicle test while you sit in your car? BS. No way. Not happening, man. Not happening, man.
I mean, it's not terribly off topic. Chocolate covered bacon. I would try it. I don't feel like I would enjoy it.
So I'm gonna tweak this a little. My favorite donut was actually a maple bacon donut, but it was a Long John with real, not bacon bits. But
fuck yeah. No, you're right. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm just agreeing.
Oh, okay. I was like, is he trying to add on? I was like, yeah, but it
no,
wasn't.
Absolutely.
Bits.
That's one of my. The maple glazed donuts are my favorite, but the fucking bacon, it's ridiculous. If you get absolutely get real bacon and cook that shit to where you can just crush it.
Yeah.
People talk about oh, do you like bacon? I'm like, depending, because I'm very picky about my bacon. To whereas if I get a bacon cheeseburger, I want that bacon to be different than if I get breakfast bacon or omelet bacon. Bacon can be cooked in so many different facets that sometimes I want crispy bacon for something versus sometimes I want a softer bacon for something.
I said this one episode and I think I got a lot of shit. Turkey bacon is good. And yes, it's made from turkey. Okay. I don't know how they make it, but it's got very little fat content because turkey doesn't have a lot of fat content. I get that, but it doesn't taste like turkey. It doesn't taste like bacon. It would just come from the turkey belly area. That's where bacon comes from. I'm pretty sure. Honestly, it's just no fat bacon light. It's no fat bacon light, basically. It doesn't have a big taste, I'd still put it on a hamburger and you're not going to notice a big taste. You can either cook it where it's, that softer bacon or crispy. It still cooks kind of like bacon, but it doesn't curl up. Oh, there we go. Dehydrate bacon. Really? I understand that, actually. I can see that. Yes. 100%. Yeah. So we use bacon when I make eggs Benedict instead of sausage or whatever. I usually use bacon instead of ham. I'm not a big ham fan, even being Canadian. Honestly, I'm not a big ham fan. But bacon or sausage we use for our Benedict instead of ham.
I feel like there's probably more hog industry in the States than in Canada.
Yeah, honestly, probably. But it's weird, man. You live in a bigger city and your shopping options are better. I know that's obviously, right? No, but I mean the same stores here sell that the same stores an hour away. They sell bigger chunks of pork loins and stuff. Here, yeah, we're getting the big, but we're getting $100 pork loins that'll last you 3 weeks because you chop them up into chops or whatever. But you can't buy the bulk here that we need to buy. So we actually have to travel to do a lot of our bigger shopping, which is fine. It's just I wish we could not spend so much money on such small products here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Should we do our back-to-back track attack and figure a morning speaker situation out?
Sounds awesome, man.
I'm gonna go old school back-to-back track attack this morning. I hope all of you guys have a wonderful fucking Monday.
Hey, you, that spark in your eyes. I see you shining bright like the morning skies. That's got its ups and downs, its twists and turns, but every step you take is a lesson learned. When the road gets rough and you feel unsure, just know you're a fighter, you're meant to endure. Beanz is here to say you're doing just fine. You got the heart, the strength, you've got the shine. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You got that courage, you got that fire. You're the kind of person who lifts others higher. When the weight feels heavy and the path seems long, remember you're built to be tough and strong. You're a rock star, a warrior, no need to pretend. You got the grit and the heart to the very end. So go out and conquer whatever comes your way. Beanz knows you got this every single day. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. When the world feels heavy and you're feeling low, just Just take a deep breath and let that strength show. You're not just surviving, you're living out loud. Be proud of who you are, stand tall and be proud. Life's just a test of how far you've come. You're shining like the brightest sun. So keep your head high, let the worries fade. Beanz is cheering you on every step of the way. You have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. Hey you, yeah, you're gonna be okay. Beanz believes in you each and every day. So go out there, shine, let nothing get in your way. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
So fucking adorable. It's ridiculous.
Right?
Fucking all of those times, you guys.
Did you see the asses?
Yeah, bro. Why they gotta be so damn adorable? It's not fair.
No.
Man-Bear, go ahead.
Do something nice for a stranger today.
Yeah, what he said.
Today's the day to spread a little light. Do something kind, make the world feel right. From the Rockies to the lakes, the northern sky so blue. We've got the heart and soul to see it through. Do something nice for a stranger today. A smile, a helping hand goes a long way. In this great big world, be the best you can. Man-Bear's message is clear, lend a hand. Be yourself, cause no one else can be. You're one of a kind, a rarity. Do something nice, make someone's day. Man-Bear's wisdom lighting the way. From the maple leaf to the snowy peaks, spreading kindness in every word we speak. Stay lifted, stay positive, let the good vibes flow. Be the change in the world that we all want to know. The great white north, where the spirit's strong, where kindness echoes like a favorite song. Hold the door, share a laugh, lend a helping hand. We're all in this together, walking the same land. Grab your toque and your boots, show the world your heart. Every little gesture's where the good things start. Be true to yourself and let the kindness shine. With every step you take, you're on Man-Bear's line. Be yourself, cause no one else can be. You're one of a kind, a rarity. Do something nice, make someone's day. Man-Bear's wisdom lighting the way. From the maple leaf to the snowy peaks, spreading kindness in every word we speak. Stay lifted, stay positive, let the good vibes flow. Be the change in the world that we all want to know. So with that red and white, let the love flow free. We're stronger together, it's our legacy. Man, says keep going, lift up and inspire yourself and chase your heart's desire. Cause no one else can be. You're one of a kind, a rarity. Do something nice, make someone's day. Man-Bear's wisdom lighting the way. From the maple leaf to the snowy peaks, spreading kindness in every word we speak. Stay lifted, stay positive, let the good vibes flow. Be the change in the world that we all want to know. Your guide, with Man-Bear's message right by your side. Do something kind, let your true self shine. The world needs you, one day at a time.
I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning.
Amazing morning. Do you know where this is?
I have no idea. No, let me see.
It reminds me of Vancouver. I miss Vancouver for that. For like
Canada's largest school skating program, Alien Inline. Let me see.
As a skateboarder, we were taught to not really like inliners, but that's hilarious, man. It was a joke because they'd show up in masses at the skate parks and kind of, I don't want to say get in our way, but when people don't understand how would you say that? The etiquette of a skate park, is that the proper way to say that? Like, you don't sit on the ramps, you don't sit on everything. So you're constantly asking people
probably like around the Calgary area.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Canada. So, true story, quick Tony Hawk story. Tony Hawk was doing a tour, probably Vans tour or something in Canada, and he noticed how crappy our skate parks were. So if you ever know it, is it Millennial Park in Calgary, I believe, he built. It's got a full pipe in it and a giant like vert skate section. But Tony Hawk did a lot for.
I'm not ignoring you, Draper. I was going to totally ask him after the song, and I was doing. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate that. Man-Bear, do you want Buntman to send you a Yeti for your coffee so it stays warm? I'm looking for the comment. I'm sorry. Right here. Yes. I always see you drinking coffee. How about he sends you a Yeti?
Is it like it's like a little element thing, right?
No, it's a cup.
It's a cup?
It's a cup that keeps your shit warm.
Oh, I have a Yeti water cooler. That's like yeah, okay, yeah.
Sorry, bro. I was super baked and doing things. Me too. I did not. I was not. We were not.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me, for real.
Yeah, message me, Chris. For sure. Michael Hugo, HEWKO. I think we're friends on Facebook. If not, I'll make sure we are.
Better be.
Yeah. So sorry, because the only reason I have that Yeti cooler is because I went to the Volbeat concert. It says Volbeat on it. Volbeat is on that water cooler, and I went to see Volbeat and Hailstorm 2 years ago in Vancouver, and that was part of the VIP packages. You got a Yeti. So yeah, that's dope, man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What
are you digging this morning?
Well, I got a morning speaker. I'm just trying to find a good place for us to chill now.
Nice. I was like, damn, it's not a dodgeball day. I love the sports ones, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the Dr. K's. I love all the new doctors you're throwing in there and stuff. And the shorter
on Saturday was dope.
That was dope. And I don't even like the guy. I'm sorry. I do like him, but I don't. I like him outside of football. Is that bad to say? I like him more since he left football. I don't know. Maybe because he was never on the team I was going for.
Right. Or he always fucking beat the team that we were going for. Oh,
no, it wasn't that. It probably was. At least he's not no Mahomes.
They're talking Mahomes could be the next GOAT, the next Tom Brady, which I mean, like, if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl this year, that'll be the only team in the NFL to ever three-peat.
I mean, didn't you see that new report on the new TMZ about him dating half the refs in the NFL? Just kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, let's do a Dr. K this morning. It's not terribly. It's a little bit longer, but we got time for it. It is 3 minutes out from 4:20, everybody. And here we go.
What they need. Like, sometimes people get better. Sometimes we help people. Sometimes we have an impact. It may not be enough. I'm not saying it's a substitute for what they need, but it's what we got to give. Hello?
Oh, yeah, I just had to mute the Twitch tab. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's so quiet, and I can't turn it up anymore. Okay. Damn, we've never really had to do this before. But I'm going to need a minute to find another quick morning speaker. Because I can't turn it up, and I can barely hear it. So I know you guys can probably barely hear it.
It was low, but I thought it was my volume. But yeah.
All right, let's go with this one. Cheers, everybody. Sorry. Here we go.
We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. In a Energy electric locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by. Riding these waves, reaching the sky. Vibes on high, moving with flow. Feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Vibes are high, no coming down. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by. Riding these waves, reaching the sky. Vibes on high, moving with flow. Feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. Just vibes on high. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by. Riding these waves, reaching the sky. Vibes on high, moving with flow. Feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove. Beats are kicking, clouds drifting by. Riding these waves, reaching the sky. Vibes on high, moving with flow. Feeling alive as the rhythm grows. Dancing free, no limits, no lie. With the crew, just vibes on high. Ooh, yeah, yeah. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove. We got the vibes on high, rolling smooth. Energy electric, locked in the groove.
Hey, good morning, Daniel. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Monday morning. All right, let's try this one. Much love, Blunt Man. We're just starting our morning speaker. It's always usually a good one. Here we go.
Right? You don't know, am I doing enough or not? So how do you know? How do you answer the question of, am I doing enough on social media?
I don't know.
You ask other people so that you understand what the average is. Hello.
Oh, hey, that scared me.
Oh, sorry. What do you go by, friend?
Pierre.
Okay. And Pierre, what I think our prompt today is, where do you want to go and what's getting in the way?
Yep, that's exactly that.
Or sorry, who do you want to be, but what keeps you from getting there?
Yep.
So tell me, Pierre.
Can you hear me or not?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I got a disclaimer to do right now, just so we're on the same page. My English is not my first language, so I'm gonna try my best.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
There you go. Where do I start? I think I'm just gonna read again what I've wrote on the Discord chat.
Okay.
So what I said is, my whole life I wanted to be a comic artist. webtoon artist, basically, telling my own stories to the whole world. But now I'm currently working on my dream project and trying to make a living out of it after dumping my girlfriend, sacrificing my social life, working all the damn time, and cutting all income. I kind of feel like I'm a prisoner of my own passion. I don't know if I'm ready to sacrifice my own happiness in the name of my future self, the successful storyteller I've striven to become, or just let go in order to become someone else not bound to my work but free to live. Pretty much it.
Wow, man, that's deep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Pierre, you are a rarity, my friend.
Oh, how is that? Why?
Because most people dream of giving up their careers, their lives. They want to give in to their passion, right? They want to sacrifice everything. Like in the movies, like, I'm an artist and I'll sacrifice everything for the sake of my art.
Yeah. That's exactly that.
That's what everyone wants to do. Everyone's too afraid to do it.
Yep.
And so tell me about your sacrifices, my friend. How'd you make them? How'd you make those decisions?
Can I think for a sec?
Yeah.
Just. I think the biggest sacrifice I went through was, especially in my dating life, I've been in a long streak since 2016. I've been through a lot of girlfriends, got a lot of relationships, and now it's just like a void. And it's not familiar. And it's kind of an expression of something different. And what are the words for that? I have no clue. That's why I'm here. And the other sacrifices are, like I said, is dating life, financial, that's the right word, social life. I don't see my friends that often. The only moment I can just interact with them is with a friend. I would go to the gym with them, and because I force myself. It's a pleasure to do it. It's like I like to do it, but I force myself to go outside and go to the gym just to, work on myself a little bit. And it's going to sound a bit familiar with your previous person you were chatting with, is that there's a lot of notion of feeling behind. Like, I'm surrounded by people, that amazing artists that are having their life together. They've got money, a lot of money, and they're just doing amazing things in the industry. They're concept artists, illustrators, and I'm 26 years old, still struggling on my thing. It's taking a long time to do it, and there's no certainty it's going to work at all. And it's scary. It's so scary, because if it fails, it's like I've used all my cards, basically.
Okay. When you say you're surrounded by people who are successful, how are you surrounded by them? What's the nature of your interaction?
Surrounded is, I'm close to a few friends that got back to my art school, and through circumstances, I've met other people through a Discord channel, and this Discord channel is private, by the way. So, and these people, I finally met them in your person, and these people are enjoyable, amazing, and to say they are friends is a kind of a stretch, but these are people like I can share professionally, but that's pretty much it.
Okay.
But the other friends I have are coming from my art school, and
when you say these people are very successful, like how do you know? Like, are they making a living making art?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. To be fair, like if I should compare to most of freelance artists, like they're making money. And like I'm pretty sure of that. Like, are they like making millions? No, not at all. But they're successful and doing like kind of decent bucks in the industry. That's cool, especially when you're freelance.
And
I think it stems from basically the thing I'm comparing myself a lot. I got no money and no salary or income at the moment.
and so I'm not. What do you think that if you keep at it, you will? I'm just not too familiar with your industry. So like, what are the chances that you can sustain yourself financially?
I'm taking a direction that is very different from a lot of people I know. Like, I think it's going to be easier for you to understand my struggle by just saying that what I'm doing is it's not bragging or anything, but I know it's unique.
Okay.
It's like everyone is working for a client. They're doing freelance jobs, or they're working in a studio, or people are just working for, some friends I have are in the comic industry, the traditional comic industry, which is like you print comic books and you sell them worldwide. And I'm trying to do webtoons, and webtoons are just basically comics on phone, and you just scroll them and you got a story. And I've been working on this idea, this project I got in my mind, and this whole thing of doing webtoons. And and I feel like I've got something to bring, but I don't know if this thing I want to bring is going to be accepted.
Okay. And how many hours a week do you spend on your project?
From Monday to Sunday. And basically 8 to 9 hours a day.
And so are you like, is there like a completion point, or you're like uploading stuff regularly? Like what's getting in the way of success?
Perfect. I'm sorry. It's confusing.
You're explaining things very well. This is just my ignorance of your industry.
Okay, fair enough. I think I'm gonna speak for myself what I'm doing at the moment and why I'm so scared. It's basically at the moment, comic takes a long time to do, like a very long time, and I'm trying to plan ahead. Like, to give you an example, I'm trying to work on this thing, and I'm trying to plan like in a year, basically. I know exactly how many things I'm going to do, how many chapters I'm going to do in the next August 2023, basically. I know how many things I'm gonna do. I know how many things I'm gonna draw. I know that all my weekends are gonna be like full of work. I know that day and that day I'm going to rest.
Okay,
and
so thanks for explaining that, Pierre. I'm still not. I'm going to ask my question again. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
What is keeping you from being successful? Is this the kind of thing where your comics aren't out yet, or they're out and they're not getting visible?
At the moment, it's not out. At the moment, it's not out.
So
there are a few free chapters that I've done for a contest. For those who are on Webtoon, they probably know there's been this contest called Call to Action, and I published my free chapters there. And you cannot publish on the thing like up until October. So I'm currently working on the storyboard, which is like kind of a rough of the future chapters you're going to do.
Yep.
And that will help me to work on them in the future. And I'm going to publish them, how do you say that, weekly?
So, Pierre, here's what I'm kind of trying to understand is like, let's say you continued giving this your all and making sacrifices.
Yep.
Do you have a sense of like when you would at least have an initial like product where you like, when's the first opportunity for you to be quote unquote successful? Let's put it that way.
to make a living out of it.
No, I know, but like, when is that? Like, so let's say like I'm an author, right?
Yeah,
And I can say, okay, I'm writing a book, but like the book, like when is the earliest opportunity that I could have to publish that book for it to hit shelves for people to start reading it? I'm trying to understand like where you are practically, like what are we talking about here?
So at the moment, to say it like in a funny way, would be like, at the moment I'm nothing. I'm no one at the moment.
I get that you're no one at the moment. What I'm saying is, when is the first chance for you to be a someone?
Yeah. So the thing is, Webtoon are publishers as well, and what I'm striving for is to, make the editors on Webtoon to notice me and get a contract from them, or be successful enough and get viewed enough on the platform to have enough patrons to sustain myself in the future.
Okay. So, but
basically,
yeah. So like, what is the timeline for like, so, but can anyone support you on Patreon or something right now? You don't have comics that are up right now, right?
At the moment, there are only 3 chapters. I'm doing a side project, which is like a tiny thing I'm doing at the moment. And at the moment, to be realistic, at the moment, I know that it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a long, long time. But how long it's going to be? Because the thing is, I've set up some kind of deadline until August 2023.
Okay.
Basically. So that helps out.
So here's can I offer some thoughts, Pierre?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me.
So I've worked with a fair number of artists. I've worked with artists who are both successful and unsuccessful. So here's what I've noticed. So sometimes what holds an artist back is the quality of their craft. So for example, like if I'm an author, like my book just isn't good enough. And so sometimes like what I need to invest in is like becoming a better writer. Now that's kind of like a long-term investment. We don't really ever know if I'm going to get there or not get there.
Yeah.
Other artists I've worked at, they, much like yourself, feel like they've got a really good idea, have something unique, are willing to put in the effort. I'm going to assume for a moment that you have the skill to accomplish what you need to. But what I oftentimes find is that a lot of artists are so focused on the art that they sort of don't think about the practicalities, or it's not that they don't think about it, it's that they don't devote a lot of energy to exploring the practicalities. So I can write a really good book, but like if I want to make it, there's a difference between writing a good book and being a successful author. And it's in that gap that I think a lot of people fall short. So I have no idea how to judge whether your art has merit or not merit or things like that. Let's assume for a moment that if disseminated properly, your webtoons will be successful.
Hey, good morning, Jeremy. How are you, brother? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. We're just hanging out doing our morning speaker. It's Dr. K. He is in a call with somebody. It's very interesting. Heard it?
Even if your webtoons are good enough to be successful, there are a lot of steps here, which I'm not hearing a whole lot of clarity on. Right? So like, this is the kind of thing where if you're trying to decide, okay, what am I going to do? I'm making all these sacrifices. Because like basically what you're talking about is almost like not really being an artist. It's almost more like being an entrepreneur, especially, or a content creator, especially in today's day and age, where, for example, like, some people who are successful at making web comics are very good at a lot of things besides making web comics. So for example, you'll see, social media posts about particular web comics. They'll put up like a good Patreon page, things like that. So there's a lot of stuff here that I think if what I'm basically kind of hearing you say is like, I don't know if I should continue doing this or not doing it. Is that fair to say?
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
You seem pretty aware of what the industry is by everything you said. Like you seem to be pretty knowledgeable about what's going on. So just wanted to say that.
I mean, I don't know about webtoons, but like I said, I've worked with a lot of artists, because I just don't know. Like, if you were talking about writing a book, that's a process I'm way more familiar with. But my point is that because you're talking about money, right? So there's like a difference between like being an artist and paying your bills as an artist. And my point is that paying your bills as an artist, as we look at many artists who died penniless, right? Who now we revere their works of art. There's like this like simple thing where it's like, you know, being able to pay your bills is more about some of this other stuff. And what I'm hearing from you, there may be issues of confidence or this or that, or losing yourself or things like that. But like my biggest concern is that you're grinding 8 to 9 hours a day, 7 days a week, but I'm not hearing like much of a business plan. Like, I don't know, okay, so you join this contest. That sounds good. Like, that's the kind of concrete stuff that I'm kind of thinking about. And that's where I think, like, you know, if I mean, I don't know that we're not going to have time to do this, because when I've worked with artists, it's been longitudinally and stuff like that. But usually it's sort of like sitting down and sort of thinking about, okay, so you've given yourself August of 2023. That sounds like a fantastic endpoint. But I think the key thing to remember there is whether August of 2023 is successful or a failure is going to depend on what you do in that time, which can be more than storyboarding and working on your art, right? Like, what's the end point? So in business, for example, there's this phrase called KPI, which is key performance indicator. And my biggest concern for you is that I don't know how to measure whether you're on the right track or not.
Yeah. And I think, like, aside business things, I think it stems from the fear of not doing enough, I guess. Because I know I'm working a lot in all the communication. I think it's just my biggest flaw. I'm not communicating enough on my project. I'm just doing a few stories on Instagram and posting a few stuff there and there once it's done. But I'm not taking the time just to talk about it, because I feel like, hey man, maybe you should work on this thing. Hey, it's not done enough. Work and work again. And I'm not taking the time to just talk about it.
Talk about it, you mean like social media wise?
Yeah.
So I know this sounds kind of weird, Pierre, because I'm not sure if you were like looking for more of like an internal exploration, but honestly, what I'm hearing from you is like more nuts. Like I think that, I don't know how to say this, but like no amount of internal exploration is going to be a substitute for playing the game of the industry.
Yeah.
And what I'm hearing is that you actually seem very introspective. You seem very devoted to your art. You seem like you feel very confident in an idea that you've got. And so what worries me more about you is not any of that stuff. Because you, like I said, like most people are struggling to make the leap, right? Like we started this off by saying you're really different from most people, because most people play it safe and they're never able to make the leap and commit to their art. Since you've already given everything up, what concerns me the most is now that you've jumped off the cliff, how do we help you land the best? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it starts to make sense, yeah.
And so this is where I'd start, like, you know, my first thought is like, you have access to this Discord server. I don't know if people on the Discord server, if you've talked to them about how they've become successful and financially stable. Have you talked to them about
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so I think you need to like use these opportunities to like try to figure out how an artist becomes financially stable. So like, and this is what I see with artists, is that you'll devote yourself to your craft, but you can write the best, like as we've seen from artists in the past, they'll die penniless because they don't know anything about like marketing or selling, right? And that's the real challenge of being an artist, is that everyone makes it seem like it's this creative pursuit. But the truth of the matter is, if you're talking about art for the sake of paying your bills, then you've got to be a little bit more like entrepreneurial. So I would start by asking people on your Discord server, hey, like, so this is my situation. I'm kind of curious, how do you make ends meet? Do you feel like how do you balance like artistic development versus like taking freelance gigs? Because the other kind of thing that I'm kind of wondering, Pierre, is on a very basic level, if this is a long-term project where it's going to take 2 or 3 years of like storyboarding and revising and stuff like that, and you can't sustain yourself financially, then like it may be a better decision. Because I've been in situations, or I've worked with people who are like this, and even to a certain degree been in this situation myself, where like I can't afford to make art for 3 years without paying bills. So I'm going to get a job and sustain myself. And it's going to take me 5 years instead of 3, but that's actually like the better plan.
Yeah.
And what I'm really hearing from you is that you've got to figure this out like more practically. Like, let's just assume that your art is going to be successful if you play your cards right.
Yeah. So it goes like a conversation of business conversation and like all business tips and stuff. Like,
well, I mean, not.
I'm sorry if it's not, the typical conversation.
No, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I love having this conversation.
Okay.
I think it's a conversation we actually don't have enough in this community, because I think you are, Pierre, someone who's like, you've overcome your expectations and overcome, like money, and like you've like taken the plunge. And so now the issue is for people who've taken the plunge, like, how do we understand, okay, like who would potentially buy your comic? Who would pay for your webtoon? Who are the communities that would like support you on Patreon, right? Even if you're offering something unique, there may be a particular audience. How do you get in front of those communities? How do you know, like, let's say you take it to an editor and an editor says, okay, we're not going to buy this at this time. How do you know what you need to change for that person to say yes? Like, these are the kinds of things that I'm not really hearing from you, which I'm afraid the only reason that bothers me is because you're trying to pay your bills.
The not paying the bills is not an issue. Like, I forgot to give a little bit of context. Is I'm currently living in my parents' house at the moment, so I got food, I got the roof.
Yeah. So I sort of got that, right. So I didn't ask you how you're sustaining yourself, because you're saying I'm not making any money. So I put 2 and 2 together there. But my point is that even by August 2023, like, my worry is that you'll spend 7 days a week, 9 hours a day, making art, storyboarding, but you're so disconnected from your audience that after that year you show up with something and it's like not what people are looking for, or you haven't built enough like social media stuff over time, or like whatever. Because I've even like, I don't know if you've heard of this guy named, have you ever heard of a guy named Brandon Sanderson?
Yep.
So Brandon Sanderson actually had a podcast. I think he's still got it. But the podcast was basically with 3 people. And one of the people is a webcomic person.
Oh.
And so he talks a lot about like, they talk about like how to be successful as a webcomic artist and what it takes and stuff like that. So I'm getting the sense that, from an art standpoint, you seem solid. It's just like, how do you think through things so that you know how to present your art?
Yeah. I got a question. Do you think I'm self-sabotaging here? Because I got a feeling I am. I'm aware of everything you said here, but I feel like there's a part of me which is trying to, not do this job and just to focus on the art I'm doing as some kind of escape of responsibilities I have and a success that I don't know if I want. Like, if that's something I have built for many, many years, but it's like I'm so close to it, but I'm not putting all the tools there to have it. And I know I have to do it, but I don't do it. I'm just doing art, doing my thing on this side.
Do I think you're self-sabotaging? I mean, if you're asking the question, maybe, but here's what I'd say.
Yeah.
I know a lot of artists who really like making art. And I know a lot of artists who don't like anything except for making art. And here's the thing to understand about success. So a lot of times people think that success is being really, really, really good at one thing. But in my experience, being successful is being really, really good at one thing, or even decent at one thing. But it also requires a minimum competence in a bunch of other stuff that you may not like doing. And the artists that I've worked with who are more successful, like objectively, I'm not talking about the quality of their art. I mean, can pay their bills, people know who they are, the reach of their audience, are the ones who focused, they still primarily focus on their art, but they don't ignore the other stuff. So is there something psychological going on? Sure. But I think the real question is like, if you know you need to do this stuff, like, I'm not so sure that it's psychological. Honestly, it sounds to me a little bit more operational, which means that you've just never done this before. So your brain literally doesn't know the steps.
Yeah.
Like
it's scaring me.
Yeah. So then that's normal. That's just because it's like, if I tell you, Pierre, you say you've had several girlfriends before, but if you'd never dated anyone and I'm like, go get a girlfriend, it's going to be like scary to people, right? Because they've never done it before.
Yeah.
So this is where, I mean, is it self-sabotage? I don't think so. I don't get the sense that this is like a deep psychological, like, I mean, I have no idea. If we spent a lot of time together, maybe it would be the case, but I don't get the sense that you're like trying to shoot your success in the foot. I think the problem is that you've figured out that you're good at one thing. There's one thing that excites you. You can grind towards one thing. And there's a lot of stuff that you don't really like know how to even start with, that like, so you don't know how to start, so you don't know how to do it.
Sure.
What do you think about that?
I'm thinking. No, I think it's just the main fear I have. The main fear. It's not fear. It's just something I'm not used to. Is just when I'm seeing all these people are selling themselves on social media, they seem false. They seem not real, and that's something I cannot do. Even if we force me to do it, it's something I cannot do, because the people that are mostly successful by selling art and doing stuff are people on social media. Speaking of it, on social media are people that are playing a game of trends and things that I'm not good at all. And even if I force myself to do it, I can't. I really can't.
So I think you've got to be careful there, because you're assuming that, first of all, people on social media are fake, and secondly, that you have to be fake to succeed on social media. I think that a lot of people on social media are fake, but I think that the audience of social media is tired of fake people on social media. And there's actually a hunger for authenticity. And I would say, if we want to talk about self-sabotage, if you're concluding in your mind that I have to be fake to be successful, I'm not saying that being faker will make you more successful. But I think that there's like, I mean, even the story that you're sharing today, I think a lot of people would resonate with.
Yeah.
And
that's what I would love to hear people like that.
Yeah, so that's why I think like what I would kind of do is like, I mean, you got to be careful, because I don't really know your situation, but I would start by talking to people on your Discord and just ask them, hey, do you have some time to talk? I'd love to learn about like your creative process. How do you manage like art versus like, creating art versus paying bills, freelance gigs versus not freelance gigs? How many hours a week do you work? How do you storyboard? How much time do you spend? How long did it take you from the first idea to like getting your first finished webcomic? For whatever website you want editors to pay you for, I would also approach them. Hey, I have these 3 chapters. They're in this competition. Is this something that y'all would be interested in? What are y'all looking for right now? Right? So like asking some of those questions, and that's where you may say like, oh my God, it's my art. I never want to compromise an inch of it, which is totally fine. But what you may find, and this has been my experience as a content creator, is that like my range is actually pretty wide, and I'm actually okay adapting a little bit to what people are looking for. Just to give you an example, when I started streaming, before my first stream, I spent 3 months indexing like 150 scientific papers, because I was convinced that when I show up on Twitch, everyone is super skeptical And everyone's going to want references and citations and sources. And what I was really surprised by is like, I didn't get any questions about science. I got tons of questions about spirituality. And like, even though I had this idea of what I wanted to share, which is I wanted to teach people about mental health, it turned like more into a spiritual kind of thing. And like, I was actually okay making that adaptation. And there may be adaptations that you're actually okay making. But my point is that, I think your biggest problem, honestly, Pierre, is that it sounds like you're working in a studio for like 70 hours a week without like talking to anyone.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing.
And so I think if you want to be successful, that's not about the quality of your art. That's about communication between your art and the rest of the world.
It takes time, right?
Sure, which is why if you've got till August 2023, I think that's fantastic. But I think the earlier you get started, the better. And I'm not saying make any commitments. I'm just saying start having conversations so you understand what is out there and like what it's going to take.
It's bizarre because everything you say, I'm quite aware of all this stuff. I made this conscious choice to work tirelessly on this thing because it takes so much time. Like, I know that I have to communicate on all this stuff. I know that I have to share my story out there. I know that I've do some because I'm already doing it in a way on Instagram. I'm just sharing stuff there. I'm posting there. I'm trying to find solutions to change how I post them. It's just I don't feel like I'm doing enough. And if I'm trying to do more, we'll be okay. Like, do I have to change something the way I express myself? Is it good or not? It's just
Pierre. So I'm hearing you're asking, do I need to be doing more? Am I doing enough? And my point is that I don't think your problem is one of what's the right move. I think your problem is not one of treatment. It's one of diagnosis. I think your problem is that you don't know how to answer those questions yet. Right? You don't know, am I doing enough or not? So how do you know? How do you answer the question of, am I doing enough on social media?
I don't know.
You ask other people so that you understand what the average is.
Sure.
So I think you need more information from other people in your industry, which may be a very unsatisfying answer. Because oftentimes it's like, tell me about your upbringing and stuff like that. But honestly, this is the kind of thing where like, bro, honestly, I want to see you succeed. But I think whether you succeed or not there may be a certain amount of like internal stuff. Like, why is it hard for you to have these conversations? Like there may be some kind of shame or like you feel embarrassed to ask, or like there may be some internal stuff. But what I'm saying is like very practically, you've got to figure out like, what's your business model for success as an artist?
No, to be fair, like the fact that you're just telling me that it's just practical stuff, it's just reassuring.
Good.
That means that I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing fine. If I should shift the conversation elsewhere, it's what am I going to do in August 2023 if it fails? And this thing scares me so much. So much. Because I have no clue what to do. No clue. It's like this thing I've been carrying for so long. Right? It's not bragging or anything. I hate to say this, but it's just I've been working on this thing for so long, and I know there's this thing in my mind going like, hey man, you've been working on this thing for so long. You deserve success. You deserve this. But another part of me is saying, hey man, the world doesn't work like that. They don't care about you.
So here's what so this is going to sound kind of weird too. So I've got two kind of answers to that. The one is that you may have to deal with a certain amount of that now, but I think trying to solve that problem of 2023 now is a waste of your time. And what I mean by that is that, so like, because what happens in 2023 depends on, I know this is going to sound weird, but what happens in 2023 depends on what happens in 2023. So when August of 2023 rolls around, what do you do Well, that depends. Like maybe in August of 2023, you've got a Patreon page with 4 subscribers. And maybe in August of 2023, you've got 0 subscribers. Maybe in August of 2023, you've got 100 patrons.
Good morning, Kimmy. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. We're just hanging out, listening to a Dr. K. He's on a call. This is super interesting.
Maybe in August of 2023, the editor says, hey, I really think that you're onto something, but we're looking for something that's more appealing to this group. And so what I'm saying is like, it's like there's no point in figuring out what you're going to do after 2023 because your position in 2023 could be in a like 10 different places.
Yeah, it's left to randomness, right?
Right.
Chance.
So, and I think that's why it's like kind of like, you know, once again, in medicine, it's sort of like, well, what if the test comes back positive? Well, like, let's see what the test shows. Because the results of the test inform the next steps. And so the only tricky thing there is that you're going to have to move forward with some amount of like fear and uncertainty just hanging out with you. I'm not saying it's easy to do that, right? Like, because that worry is going to be in your head and you've got to live with that.
But, yeah, waking up with it every morning.
But I mean, so that's challenging, and so meditate and all that other good stuff. But I think at the end of the day, like we can't figure out what to do in August of 2023 because like, who knows? Like maybe you'll win this contest. And then 14 editors will be like, we want your webtoon. And then you really created something unique and the internet absolutely loved it. And then suddenly like you've got a merch store and people are ordering prints and like, who the hell knows what's going to happen in August 2023? In August of 2019, like no one predicted COVID. So I'd say like focus on what you've got to do this week, the next week, the week after that. I'd be really careful about not being too zoomed in on just making your artwork and recognize that some things don't take a lot of work, but it takes time to grow. Right. Yeah. So like there's a difference between building something and like growing something. And I wouldn't wait until, July of August 2023 to plant the seed of social media.
Oh, no. I would be doing I'll be working on social media. Like I would be sharing stuff by saying, hey, it's going to happen.
Yeah. So
all this webtoon going on, there are chapters on, you can read it there. But it's not going to be like all social media, like doing reels, and it's just gonna be pretty basic. But because I don't have time to do more, just
that's okay. But so that's where like I think you're trying to solve a lot of problems without the appropriate information, Pierre. That's like kind of the beginning of end of what I'm hearing. Like that's the most important thing. So I talk to these people on this Discord and try to figure out like how this works. Whatever website you're trying to get to, try to do that. Even whatever call to action, like that all sounds like good stuff. You just got to figure this stuff out. And that is like, you can try to figure it out on your own, but the whole point is that you're in this private Discord server that is invite only with successful artists. So you've got a lot of information at your fingertips, and you'd be amazed at how much you can learn by just asking people. Okay.
Sure.
Thanks for calling in, man.
I'm doing good, I guess. Wasn't expecting to have this conversation. I thought I was going to have like, oh man, maybe you should change your career, or maybe you're not doing the good choice or something like that. But no, it's just apparently I'm the thing that not most people are doing.
Yeah. So, I mean, to summarize, Pierre, I think it's not my place to say that you should change your career, or it was a mistake or not a mistake.
Sure. Yeah.
What I'm hearing is that you've taken the plunge and you've made a lot of sacrifices. So my primary concern is now like, how can we make sure that those sacrifices are as worth it as we can make it?
Yeah.
Good luck to you, my friend.
Yeah. Good luck to you too. Thank you.
Take care.
You too. Bye.
Okay. So quick summary. So that's kind of interesting. So first of all, it's cool to have, artists in our community. I think it is interesting because sometimes the challenge that we have is like, how do I take the plunge? How do I quit my dead-end job? How do I make these sacrifices? And we almost like fantasize that if I make all these sacrifices and I devote myself to my craft, then I will be successful. But the truth of the matter is, like, making the sacrifices is a really important but also insufficient step. Then there's a lot of other stuff that you have to do, which is more than the madness of the creative process in your studio. And sometimes, like, this is what I've seen with a lot of artists, is like really the ones who are successful versus the ones who are less successful. We're talking about like fame, money, like those are the barometers of success. I'm not commenting on the quality of their art. I don't know how to judge that. It's actually the ones who have a minimum amount of competence in a lot of these other dimensions. Social media, relationships, networking, even to a certain degree, like discipline and taking care of themselves and waking up on time and going to bed on time and things like that. Like, that's the stuff that you really have to do. I mean, like, so for example, you can be the most brilliant doctor in the world, at least in the United States. But unless you are up to date with your documentation and your CME and a bunch of other administrative crap, like, you're not going to make it as a doctor. Because being a doctor is not just about practicing medicine. It's about all of the administrative stuff that comes with practicing medicine. And that's true of like any profession, right? There's like the actual work of the profession, and there's all the stuff that you do on the side so that you can do the work of the profession. And oftentimes artists, because it's so much about craft and passion and vision and creating something unique, that like we kind of lose sight of that other stuff. And oftentimes it's the stuff that you don't enjoy doing, haven't done, don't know how to do. It's like business kind of stuff. But I've really just noticed a big difference between artists who are aware of that stuff and artists who aren't. Case in point, you know, Brandon Sanderson has a podcast about all of this other stuff, and look at where he is.
That was great. That was really good. I
was going to say, I like where he said about not necessarily. He was saying kind of how change, and I took it as more adaptability than change, not change, adaptability, which is different than change.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
We talk about building something as opposed to growing something, which I know a lot of us know about growing. Little wee joke. That was really good, and I could hear the struggle in his voice because he was looking too far into the future, which, as we always joke about, that's future Man-Bear's problem. You know what I mean? That is a true statement. You have to. I start to think more like you have to live DWM, which is day, week, month.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to live day to day. Sometimes we have to live week to week. Sometimes we have to live month to month. If that's all we can look at, we don't know what's going to happen in 2 years. We don't know what's going to happen next year. It could be good. It could be bad. Like he set his goals a little too high for where he is.
Yeah.
He needs to.
I mean, like more. Patience is so, you know, like the time that he was talking about, you know, like you just got to have so much patience, and it's really hard. It's very hard. Patience is a very, very hard thing, but it gets you so far in so many different facets. And just being able to understand and know that it's not going to be today. It's not going to be tomorrow. I always like to say someday, not today.
Yeah, and it's hard to see your goals in the future when you're having so much negative backlash. Or if, like, he was on a private Discord and he should have made it a public in a way, as long as he's not giving up his craft before it's, you know, put out there. Because, like Dr. K was saying, you need to talk to your peers and other people in your industry to see if you are doing enough, which is a lot of people are not doing enough. And I don't mean in their art, I mean in taking care of themselves and their whole life. You have to take care of yourself to take care of your business. And it's the hardest thing, the one thing we all struggle with, not just mental health, physical health. Like he said, getting up on time is the hardest thing to do for almost everybody in the world, whether you got an alarm clock on your phone or whatever you do to wake up. I don't know anybody who wakes up like Mr. Bean, you know what I mean? Or you know, Pee Wee Herman, like, yay, you know, like maybe we should start waking up like that, or at least try to.
I don't know. That was really good. I always love the Dr. K. Much love Ams. And says Beanz has definitely taught me patience. Yeah. Patience is a ridiculous thing to learn and have, but it's so worth it. But I'm still working on it every day myself. There's still things that, like,
And I'm a broken record. I say it every day is a mental health day if you take the 5 minutes for yourself. And for me, I use music for a lot of my, I guess, self-therapy, whatever you want to call it, because I seen in the comments earlier, Mindy Jane was saying maybe I do need a therapist. Maybe, but maybe not. Like, I can't give people that kind of advice, but I am almost 42 years old. So for some aspects of life, I believe I do have some good advice to give. Whether it resonates with you or not, I don't know. But I'm also going on my 21st year in a relationship. I have 3 kids that are going to be all teenagers as of the end of June. I won't have any kids under 13. Oh my God. But you know what I mean? So I know how you say I don't like giving advice. I agree with that. I don't necessarily like giving advice, but that's why I always say this is what happened to me. This is what Man-Bear did. You know, this may not resonate with you, which I know Dr. K says too, if this is a path you want to go down or you choose. Another thing, kind of switching gears a little bit, pivot points. We don't know. This guy's doing cartoons now. Who knows if he gets on as writing for another show? Someone sees his writings rate. You have to find and see your pivot points and actually take them, which is a lot hard.
I always like to say, just like letting things, you know, like there's a difference between like things changing and things evolving.
Yes,
you have to be willing to evolve with shit, or else.
Yeah. Technology has taught me a lot, because when I went to school, computers were just coming out in the education system, and really it was mostly games and things to introduce us to computers, and now my kids use them for educational purposes daily. So, you know, it's changed a lot, and I try to say that is if you can use technology for your advantage, hell yeah, like you said, evolve, not necessarily change, adapt, not change. You got to have to
for real.
Be open-minded a little bit about some things, not everything, but yeah.
Well, that was great. Smoke one more and call it one.
Yeah, I was gonna go outside, but it's still too cold. Let's stay inside.
It's crazy, dude.
It is. Amazing morning show. I love the Dr. K. Vicki Bowers, absolutely amazing. Much love, Vicki Bowers. Hope you're doing well. It's been a great start to the year. Make sure you spread some love and positivity. Do something nice for yourself, a friend, and a stranger today. We will catch you all this afternoon. Much love, everybody.
Much love, all of you people. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been an amazing morning. Love the Monday morning show. I love the morning show in general, but Monday morning, you got to kick Monday's ass. I hope to see everybody this afternoon at Chillin' in the Cove, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Come and play some Stoner Roulette with us and see if we can get the Dab Jam trophy back. And then we'll play some Real Word, Fake Word after that. Magic's Mad Movie Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Make sure that you are following everybody on the Cove-TV production team. Mr. Kopsala, much love, man. I hope you're having a wonderful day at work. To the Yerper, I hope you are having a Yerp-tastic day. Much love, Man-Bear. It's always great having, doing the morning shows with you and hanging out in the afternoons. Make sure that you are following Matt Productions. He's trying to get over that 1K mark, and every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. And make sure you're following the Dabber chick. She's the dabberest chick we know, and she just hit the 1K mark. So let's fucking go. Thank you to anybody, everybody, all of you that help support the Cove. It means the world. It makes all this happen. Cove-TV is brought to you by viewers like yourself, and we appreciate all of the support and help and everything. It's amazing. Other than that, I hope to see everybody this afternoon. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you guys all later. And cheers, everybody.
The morning started with a story to share. Vicki B's history brought us there. From lessons past to hope anew, the morning speaker shared wisdom too. Cove-TV's been your morning delight, bringing good vibes to start the day right. To all who watched and shared their time, you made this morning simply sublime. Simply sublime. Thank you for watching, you make it bright. Cove-TV brings the morning light. From Beanz to Man-Bear, we've shared the groove. With you, the mornings always improve. The mornings always improve. We started the day with coffee in hand, or maybe awake
and bake, that's the plan. Your smiles, your laughs, your spirit's so kind. You're the reason Cove mornings shine. From Beanz' beats to Man-Bear's cheer, the vibe we share is always clear. We're grateful for you, our audience so true. Cove mornings wouldn't shine without you. Wouldn't shine without you. Thank you for watching, you make it bright. Cove-TV brings the morning light. From Beanz to Man-Bear, we've shared the groove. With you, the mornings always improve. The mornings always improve. It's more than a show, it's a family we've grown. A place where positivity's always shown. With every sunrise, we'll meet anew. Cove-TV mornings are thanks to you. Thanks to you. For watching, you make it bright. Cove-TV brings the morning light. From Beanz to Man-Bear, we've shared the groove. With you, the mornings always improve. The mornings always improve. Watching Cove morning shine because of you, because of you.
Much love, everybody. We'll catch you guys this afternoon. Have a wonderful morning.